the game in a myriad of ways. He can guard a bunch of spots on the floor. He rebounds his position. He's a scorer. He can push it as a facilitator. No question, he's going to have his hand in this one.
Duke is the 22nd team to win its first 2 NCAA tournament games by 30 or more points. Now, here's the caveat. Only 4 of the previous 21 went on to win the national title. Duke and Arizona coming up. We've got another good one on tap in Newark. Up next, the starting lineups and the opening tip. After one great game, it deserves another. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Smiles are powerful. A simple smile can light up a whole room. And for 25 years, Smile Train has been lighting up the world with smiles. And each smile marks a step towards a brighter future. As the world's largest cleft lip and palate charity, Smile Train has supported more than 2 million life-changing cleft surgeries in over 90 countries, leaving a legacy of resilience, joy, and beaming smiles for generations of children. To learn more about cleft lips and palates and how Smile Train is supporting the cleft community all over the world, please visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, lighting up the world with smiles for 25 years.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Cynthia and Ed.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day, out of the blue, she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn or just stay at the stop sign. She wasn't even really sure where she was at. She was very concerned. It was very unsettling for her.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it, to bring the family in on it. I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
As we get you ready for number 1 against number 4 in the East region, Duke against Arizona, Duke's head coach John Shire says that slowing the Arizona offense is going to be a big key for the Blue Devils tonight.
I think anytime you play Arizona, but especially tonight, you have to do your best to make them a half-court team. You know, they advance the ball so quickly down the floor. They have great athletes. They put a lot of pressure on your rim. So being decisive for our guys, we crashed offensive boards, but also you have to get back to set your defense. So to me, that's a big difference in this game, how we can try to make them play against our half-court defense.
So against that backdrop, it's time for the keys to the game, sponsored by Realtors. Buying a home can be a lot, but with the ethical expertise of a Realtor, you don't have to do it alone. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. All right, Jordan, let's start with the team that's trying to pull what you would call an upset tonight in Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely. For this Arizona team, it plays off what we just heard from Coach Shire, and it's the number 1 key for Arizona. Try and run as often as possible. Off makes, off misses, get it and go before that defense can congeal. Also a toughness in the interior. I truly think that's where this game can be decided. On the backboard, post defense, attacking the length and athleticism of the Duke bigs. If you cower there, you can really struggle. Meanwhile, for Duke, force Caleb Love, the head of the snake, into tough ones all night long. Late November, in a game they were victorious on the road, he had 8 points. He struggled from the field. Take away the guy who could put the team on his back, and it decidedly tilts in your favor. And then finally for Duke, he's the star in college basketball, Cooper Flagg. Establish him early. You can get guys like Townsend, Bryant in foul trouble, and then he can have his way in this game.
Let's check the starting lineups as they're introduced here in the building. It's sponsored by Cintas. Workdays are better when you partner with Cintas. Keep your team protected, prepared, and looking great. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. Arizona, the 4 seed, 24-12 overall on the year. The lineup looks this way. Jaden Bradley, Jr. out of Rochester, New York, averaging 12 points, 3.5 boards, and almost 4 assists per game. Anthony Del Orso, Jr., 6'6", 190, out of Melbourne, Australia, over 7 points and just over 1 rebound per game. Trey Townsend, who went on the run last year with that Oakland team, now in Arizona as a transfer, senior 6'7", 235, out of Oxford, Michigan, 8.5 points and 4 rebounds per game. Tobey Owaka, junior 6'9", 250, out of Hyde Park, New York, averaging 8 points and 8 boards. And Caleb Love, senior 6'4", 205, out of St. Louis, averaging almost 17 points per game, better than 4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and the second leading scorer in NCAA tournament history among active players. Head coach is Tommy Lloyd in his 4th season, 112 wins in his 4 years at Arizona. The Duke Blue Devils are the number 1 seed in the East, 33-3 on the year. Their lineup looks this way. Con Knippel, freshman out of Milwaukee, 6'7", 217, all ACC second-team player, averaging 14 points, almost 4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists. Kaban Maluach, freshman out of Rumbek, South Sudan, 8.5 points and 6.5 rebounds per game. He's 7'2", 250. Sion James, grad student transfer from Tulane out of Sugar Hill, Georgia, 8.5 points and 4 boards per game. Tyrese Proctor, who's shooting the lights out right now, junior out of Sydney, Australia, averaging 12.5 points and 3 rebounds per game. And, of course, Cooper Flagg, the freshman from Newport, Maine, 18.7 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 1 assist. For John Shire, in his 3rd season, he's won 87 games as the Duke head coach. Arizona coach Tommy Lloyd told us during our meeting with him that he isn't embracing the underdog label in this one.
I just don't know what it does for us. I mean, are they going to spot us 4 extra points? If they spot us 4 extra points, you call me an underdog all you want. But, the score's still going to be 0-0 when the ball goes up. And we know how good Duke is. Ton of respect for him. John's a friend of mine, and he's done an amazing job. But, we played him earlier this year, and we didn't play good. And I don't think they played good. So it's going to be interesting to see how the matchup plays out today.
I love the messaging from Coach. And part of the battle with Duke when you play them is don't make Duke bigger than they are. Just because they're this national brand, this blue blood that has won so many championships, you can't be psyched out before you step on the floor. Arizona has a proud tradition of its own, and if you give any edge mentally to Duke by being Duke, then you're playing at a disadvantage. So I love the fact that, no, we're not underdogs. It's a college basketball game. Let's go get it.
Time now for the opening tip. It's sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? They offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. They've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Duke in the home white with the royal blue trim, letters and numerals. Arizona in the navy blue with the red numerals and numbers. Duke controls the tap. They go from our left to our right, and we are underway. Keith Kimball, Lee Cassell, and Michael Greenstein are the officials. Duke immediately getting it into the paint for Sion James. Now kicks back outside. Cooper Flagg, head of the circle. Watts a 3. Shot is no good. Tap rebound controlled by James for Duke. Right back to the hole. And his shot is good. That was really all on Maluach, who ended up keeping that rebound alive for Duke. Back the other way now. Del Orso for Arizona. They come back to the top. Caleb Love is going to have the ball a lot tonight. Gets it back to Bradley just inside half court. Jaden Bradley with the left-hand dribble. Left of the key. Pulls up. Jumper good.
Jaden Bradley understanding Maluach is protecting that rim. Can we be the masters of the mid-range? He elects to pull up, not challenge a big. Knocks down the mid-range jump shot.
Flag on the right side. Foul line extended. Back up to the top for Knippel. Now off for Proctor. Proctor in between the circles. Gets it to the big man in the paint. Back to Cooper Flagg. And now a pass to Maluach. He barely controls it. Saves the ball, but it's thrown over to Knippel, who turns it over. It bounced off his foot. And Duke's first turnover gives it back to Arizona.
Sloppy possession from the jump. You got Cooper Flagg touching the paint, trying to go upstairs. Maluach, the length and athleticism of Arizona tips the basketball. Then it just gets rocky. Ultimately, Knippel can't control, and it's a turnover.
One touch for everyone for Arizona as Bradley controls head of the circle. Driving to the right elbow, continuing on the drive. Got his man in the air. Shot no good, and Flagg comes in to secure the rebound for Duke. Quickly ahead, Knipple driving. 2 men on him, kicks back out. Malawach takes it at the top of the circle and dishes it off. Proctor now goes left corner. 3-pointer is good for Sion James. Great ball movement by the Blue Devils. Up 5-2.
All started with Proctor getting into the paint, collapsing the defense. Kick out to James in a catch-and-shoot position from the baseline.
Bradley, left-handed drive into the lane. Spin move shot up, no good. Another rebound for Flag for Duke. Fires it ahead. Malawach missed on a dunk in front of the pack. He was slightly challenged, a little off balance, and he threw it off the back rim. Now Arizona down the other way. Del Orso drains a 3 from the top. Right back at it, 5-5 ball game. Quick start in this one. Proctor in the lane, throws an alley-oop, and Malawach gets shoved off his spot. That is going to be a foul call. It'll be on Jaden Bradley for Arizona. His first here in the ball game, team's first here in these opening 2.5 minutes. It's not the breakneck speed of the first game of the opening minutes, but it's quick.
And Duke making a concerted effort to get touches to Malawach as the dive guy as often as possible. Distinct height advantage with their big.
Flag left wide open for 3, and he drains it from the left side. How do you leave that guy open? 8-5 our score. Now Del Orso to the baseline, nothing there. Back to the top into the hands of Jaden Bradley. Caleb Love, not a lot of touches so far. Around the top of the circle, gets it back to Townsend. Diving down toward the left block. Kick back out. Del Orso fakes the 3, now takes it and hits it. Shot fake, 1 step right, and Anthony Del Orso hits his second 3-pointer.
Del Orso is arguably the biggest piece for Arizona in this game. His ability to stretch, their real lone shooter from beyond the arc, is going to have to apply that pressure to Duke defense.
Flag trying to answer back, and on his drive, the ball knocked by Del Orso over the end line. No foul call, but Duke will inbound.
Letting him play early on, kind of like that down low. A tough drive from Cooper Flag. A little bit of contact. Officials tuck the whistle. My kind of game.
Bounce pass on the inbound, goes right on through, but right through to Flag on the outside. Cross-court pass to Knipple. Driving shot, up and good. The freshman takes it into the paint and puts Duke up by 2.
The swing pass from Cooper Flag gets the defense shifty, and then you attack the closeout. Heady basketball from Knipple.
Jaden Bradley gets it up into the high post for a walk-up. Now back to Bradley. Jump stop at the foul line. Throws back for Townsend. 3-pointer is good. Trey Townsend stroking it from the outside, and Arizona takes the lead 11-10.
Ball's not sticking early, and it's been good for both teams offensively.
Quick hands from Caleb Love. Knocks it free from Knipple. Goes over the sideline, and the ball will belong to Duke. They'll make a substitution. Patrick Gugba gets into the game. They do this a lot. Malawach will take a seat. First Sweet 16 matchup between teams averaging 90 or more points each since Arkansas and Alabama all the way back in 1991. Flag, head of the circle, holds for the Blue Devils. Left elbow, his jumper is too strong, and tip rebound belongs to Arizona. Bradley out on the run, but Duke gets back defensively. Basar checked into the ball game as well now for Arizona. Here's Love, thought about a 3, not there. Goes right side for Bradley, foul line extended. Playing catch with Basar on the outside. Now Bradley drives, stops at the foul line, down to Basar right side. Down on the block, 7 left to shoot. Goes back to the top for Bradley. Bradley, foul line, jumper is good. He banged it hard off the glass and it went. 3-point lead for Arizona.
Bradley certainly didn't mean to do that, but again, hovering in that mid-range area, staying away from the rim protector and shot blockers.
Knipple using a screen, left side, throws through near side. Sion James tries his second 3 and misses it. Rebound tapped out of bounds, and they say that last touch Duke. So it will go back to Arizona when we come back. Arizona goes into their huddle fired up. They stood there toe-to-toe in the first 5 minutes and answered everything that Duke threw at them. We got a long way to go. 15:06 to go first half. Arizona 13, Duke 10. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
come before pipelines. It's not too late to act on climate. No one is above the law. At Earth Justice, we hold these beliefs to be self-evident. As a national legal nonprofit fighting for your right to a healthy environment, we are 150-plus lawyers representing clients free of charge because now, more than ever, the Earth needs a good lawyer. No one fights more cases on the environment than Earth Justice. And we win because these are fights we cannot lose. We win for scientists so they can serve at the EPA. We win at the Supreme Court because clean water is for everyone. We win against fossil fuel plants so communities can breathe freely. If you believe what we believe, then help us fight the good fight and help us keep winning by going to earthjustice.org today. That's earthjustice.org.
Mom, Dad,
Before you throw out those unused medicines, just think for a minute.
Grandma, Grandpa, all you guys take meds. That's why you gotta dispose of your old pills correctly.
Those pills for your back pain or migraines.
When you throw them in the trash, those medicines can become lethal in the wrong hands. Our hands.
You may be finished with that medicine,
but those pills are making me real popular at school.
My brother James could think they're candy. Our dog loves to get in the garbage, and those meds can make him sick or worse.
So stop. There are better ways to dispose of your unused meds.
There are lots of police stations, local pharmacies, and hospitals that are approved to take in unused meds and dispose of them safely.
Disposal sites are close by.
It's easy, and it's the right thing to do. For us. The ones you love.
To find a medicine disposal site near you, visit www.safe.pharmacy. A public service message from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy.
Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com empowers you to score big on your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Slam dunk with Monster.com today. Well, Duke has won 13 games in a row to come in. Their first 33-win season since 2014-15. That, by the way, coincidentally, their most recent NCAA tournament title. Meanwhile, Arizona made the Sweet 16 after losing 6 of their last 11 games entering the tournament. They've got a 3-point lead here, 13-10, just under 5 minutes in Newark.
Del Orso's ability to stretch this defense, knock down threes, has given them a confidence offensively, mixed in with the blend of the Bradley mid-range.
Basar holds in the high post as Arizona goes back on the attack. Far side of the floor, Carter Bryant into the lane, shovels back behind for Jaden Bradley. Bradley, crossover dribble to the right elbow, nothing there. Throws back behind for Del Orso. Shot clock at 7. It's Bradley once again. Shot clock at 3. Long three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Basar. He was Henry on the spot. Now they get it off to Bradley. Jump stop in the lane. Got contact. No call, but the basket goes. 7-0 run for Arizona. 15-10. Wildcats on top. Far side of the floor. Proctor driving. Hits on a running one-hander. 15-12. Arizona on top. Del Orso throws back behind. Basar driving toward the lane, and he is fouled on the play. That's going to be on Gunba, his first. And it means that Basar is going to the free throw line with a chance to shoot 2.
And a bailout foul from Gomba as Vasar catches at it like a mid-post area. He's not a confident handler in terms of face up and make a play, and he looked confused. And Gomba, overzealous defensively, fouls and bails him out, puts him at the free throw line.
67% shooter. The 7-footer misses the first. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. Winning teams know the value of a good sixth man. Count on Granger to give your business a boost off the bench. Call or click Granger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade supplies. Basar, honorable mention, all Big 12 this year. Second free throw is good. 16-12, Arizona by 4, 6 minutes in. Duke gets Caleb Foster into the ball game now. And he brings the ball across half court. Into the hands of Proctor. Proctor, three-point jumper. It's good. Look out. This guy is unbelievably hot coming in. 14 for 17 from three-point range in the tournament. Lewis into the lane. Drops it off down low. Spinning shot. Carter Bryant won't go. Tip rebound controlled by Duke. Caleb Foster brings it up as the Blue Devils try to retake the lead. They get it to Proctor. Proctor steps left. Three-pointer. No good. There's going to be a foul call on the play. Basar had his arm kind of wrapped around Gungba. And he's going to get called for the Arizona foul.
Gungba did a sound job of getting inside that supreme offensive rebounding position when you get the defender behind you, and all they can do is foul. Good extra effort, leaning into the physicality.
Baseline inbound for Duke. New 20 on the shot clock. Comes into the hands of Foster, the sophomore from Harrisburg, North Carolina. Back up on the top, Knipple now comes back near side, and long-range jumper for Foster is no good. Rebound down on the weak side for Arizona. Wildcats, 1-point lead in the ball. Bradley picks up the dribble, gets it to Basar. Now one touch for Caleb Love. Still hasn't shot in this game. Far side, they get it to Bryant. His 15-footer from the right is no good. Long rebound covered by Knipple, and Duke will trot it, or more accurately, walk it across half court. Pace of the game has slowed down a little bit now. Knipple on the left side, driving toward the baseline, and he got tripped. He hits the deck. The Arizona foul is going to be on K.J. Lewis.
And on every catch from Knipple, it's a head fake. It's trying to use that sturdy frame of his at the guard position to attack, drive it, earn a whistle. He's done it a few times here early.
Knipple comes out of the ball game, so does Gungba. Malowacz makes his return, and Isaiah Evans checks in for the first time for Duke. They inbound baseline far side, down by one. It's Foster, key in the inbound. Gets it down to Proctor. Proctor thought about the quick three. Defense recovers, he backs it out again. Malowacz holds on top, now it's flagged. Back to Proctor, shot fake on the three, driving shot up and good. When you're that good from three, they've got to respect it, and a quick first step.
That's absolutely it, partner.
17-16, Duke retakes the lead. Arizona perimeter passing. Love has been turned off entirely so far. Down to the corner, it's Bradley. He's had the ball in his hands most of this first half. Throws on a pick and roll to Awaka. That doesn't work. They get it back to Bradley on top. 4 seconds to shoot. Spinning left of the lane. His shot no good. We're going to get a foul call, and it's going to be on Malowacz. A lot of pushing and shoving on that rebound, and the big man gets called for his first foul.
These are two of the better rebounding teams in the country on both sides of the floor, and every ball goes up. There's a whole lot of contact.
Timeout on the floor with 11:48 to go first half of play. Our score, Duke 17, Arizona 16. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Glad to be here. I need to spring save on an oil change.
Right now, you can get an STP Extended Life Oil Filter with 5 quarts of Mobil 1 Advanced for just $35.99.
What if I need to spring save on a high mileage motor oil?
Our spring savings include Mobil 1 Advanced High Mileage.
And the oil filter?
And the oil filter. All for just $35.99. It's part of Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Kohl's Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99, a cute swimsuit for $19.99, 40% off patio furniture for my backyard, and so much more. So don't wait. These deals are too good to miss. Hurry over to Kohl's to save big on warm weather essentials during their Spring Savings Event today. Select styles. Offers end March 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind, zero-turn, and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
To win in basketball takes a can-do spirit. So shave with Barbasol and inspire your team. Raise that red, white, and blue can and yell, "We can do this." If it doesn't work, you still got a great shave. Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off of your first order at MasaChips.com. 17-16 Duke, 11:48 to go here first half.
Been a highly competitive game, a very physical game. Guards are even playing with the physical nature in this one, which really speaks to it's a battle. The mid-range has elevated this Arizona team. Some second chance opportunities as provided for this Duke team. This one is a grinder.
Arizona inbounds. They get it to Love. And Love has got Isaiah Evans right in his jersey up on top. Goes down to the corner for Jaden Bradley. They take it back to the top. Owaka holds. Now back to Bradley. 5 left to shoot. Throw back to Lewis. Lewis driving shot. The left hand, no good. Malawach down with a rebound for Duke. Proctor behind the back with the dribble, and there's going to be a foul call. He was going by, and Jaden Bradley just reached out for dear life to try to stop what would have been an easy 2. So Bradley picks up his second foul. He'll take a seat now as Del Orso checks back in for Arizona.
That hurts the group because he's led the way offensively with this group, and obviously a couple threes from Del Orso. Look for Lewis to pick up some of that slack offensively.
Arizona's missed their last 4 shots. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. Proctor on the run. Driving shot, no good. And now Malawach just got called for going over the back on the attempted tip-in. That's going to be the big man's second foul. And that means that Gungba, the freshman, is going to come back in, and Malawach will take a seat.
That's massive. For an Arizona team that likes to get downhill, you've eliminated the elite shot blocker. Now, Gungba still provides some of that, but he's no Malawach.
I say freshman. 61% of Duke's scoring this season is from freshmen. It's kind of one for the other. Owaka on the outside. Arizona trying to take the lid off the basket now. Townsend hesitated with the dribble, now throws through to the far side. It's Lewis. KJ Lewis fadeaway shot, no good. And you're going to get a foul on the rebound, and that's going to be on Gungba. So now this is getting interesting because the big men are picking up fouls. Gungba just got his second.
Speaks to Arizona's desire to get on the backboard offensively. They garner about 10 of them a game. It's part of them offensively. It's Jason misses.
The inbound comes into Owaka, and now Townsend holds on the right side. Back to Del Orso, who's hit a couple of threes here early. He comes to Lewis on the near side. Get it up on top. Owaka into the lane, and he's called for a charge. That could have been dangerous, but Gungba got himself set. If that had gone the other way, this game changes entirely, but Gungba did a great job of establishing position outside of the circle.
Well, you catch that thing at the extended right elbow, and Owaka was doomed from the beginning on the catch. He nearly traveled, then just put his head down, and Gungba's like, this is a charge waiting to happen. Good at defensive anticipation.
Duke back on the attack, up by 1. Cooper Flagg right of the lane, driving shot up. It's in and out. Tried his own tip. That won't go. And the rebound taken down by guess who? Flagg in the middle of all blue jerseys. And he is fouled as he comes down on the floor. I'm not sure how he came out of that with the basketball.
Toughness. And it's one of the things that defines this young man. As talented as he is, he's equally as tough. Goes up once, bounce back ability, no again. Third time comes, gets his paws on it, does not let go of that thing. Pure strength and desire for Cooper Flagg to give his group another opportunity.
Second foul on KJ Lewis. Later on, we'll select the Smart Coaching Move of the Day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast with the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Mason Gillis is checked into the ball game. Don Knipple back in for Duke. And Evans from the top nails a three-pointer. Isaiah Evans, a good three-point shooter, makes this an 8-0 run for the Blue Devils. They've got a 4-point lead.
Three ball, very kind to Duke early on. They've got 4 triples going.
Awaka throws back behind for Del Orso. Now he throws behind for Townsend. His three-pointer missed the rim, just hit the glass. Rebound down on the floor. 4 bodies dive for it. You're going to get a held ball. Possession arrow points Arizona's way.
Let me tell you, Townsend was wide open from the left wing right there, and he's a prime scorer. That's a look. You can tell the juices are flowing a little bit more than usual as he was very strong on that offering from beyond the arc. Missed opportunity.
All those bodies hitting the floor. Awaka's the last one to get up. It looks like he's reaching into his eye. He might wear contacts.
It's a contact.
Yep. So they're taking a look at him. I think it looks like he's trying to find the contact. You know, partner, I had contacts for about, 2 months.
Couldn't do it.
Drove me crazy.
I always get the ick, I think the kids call it, when somebody pulls at their eye. I couldn't do it either.
Just not me.
I'd rather just have bad eyesight.
Exactly. So he is up. He's going over to the bench. Basar comes back in to replace him. Also, Carter Bryant will check into the ball game for Arizona. 9 left to shoot. Arizona basketball, sideline inbound from right in front of the Duke bench, or actually closer to the hash mark on the far side of the floor. Arizona scoreless in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Still only down by 4. Here's Love off the inbound, taking it into his own hands. Nope. Now will spin, shoot, shot no good. His first shot of the game no good. The rebound down to Isaiah Evans. Arizona's missed their last 7 shots. James looks back to his coach as he stands on the March Madness logo and now directs traffic. Gets it to Evans. Jumper on the way, no good. Basar one-handed for the rebound for Arizona. Here comes Love again. Pull up 15-footer. That shot's no good. Fly it in for the rebound. Mason Gillis for Duke. James brings it across half court, and you're going to get an offensive foul call. Del Orso, at least according to one official, Lee Cassell, had established position. Michael Greenstein coming over wants to talk about it.
Cassell called charge.
And he was closer to the play. We want to welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 9:05 to go first half. Duke, the number 1 seed in the East, with a 20-16 lead over Arizona. They're in the middle of an 8-0 run, if you call it a run, when it takes 4 minutes and 45 seconds. But Arizona hasn't scored in nearly 5 minutes.
Arizona's trying to find their footing. Looks like we're going to have a decision made here. They called a double foul.
A double foul?
They're calling both a block and a charge. I
don't know that I've ever seen that.
Never heard that before.
Okay. Tommy Lloyd had more than a couple of things to say to the officials. So now they're trying to decide, if that is the decision, where is this going?
As if the block charge hasn't become such a hard thing to discern already.
Goes to the possession arrow, I guess, in that situation, which belongs to Duke. So, Blue Devils inbound as we cross 9 minutes left to go here in this first half. 4-point lead. Knipple, three-pointer from the top. He rattled it home. Biggest lead for Duke, up by 7. An 11-0 Blue Devils run.
This miscommunication breakdown in defense. Knipple finds himself all alone at the top of the key. Gathers, composes, and delivers the triple.
Caleb Love hands off for Bryant. They throw back behind Del Orso with the dribble up head of the circle. For Basar, back again to Love. Just inside half court. Deep three-pointer is good. First made 3 for Caleb Love. And that breaks the scoring drought and gets Arizona back to within 4.
Degree of difficulty, a 10. Knipple had his hand in the face. Love just elevated above him to hit that, and maybe that gets Love going.
Love tried to keep the momentum going, but he's called for a reach-in foul. As he tried to take it away, picks up his first. So, Arizona up over the limit. Duke has 5 fouls. Con Knipple is going to the line now with an opportunity to shoot a 1-and-1. Knipple, a 91% shooter on the line this year, and he missed.
Oh.
And the rebound comes down to Mason Gillis. Another try for Duke. Drive, shot. James got stuck on the way to the hoop. The ball never got to the rim, but a foul call against Vasar. And right back to the line now for Sion James for Duke.
You want to do it to Sion too? You want to throw the jinx on him as well? You're just reporting the stats. I understand, but the jinx is the jinx, partner. The jinx is the jinx.
Okay. Sion James is an 81% free throw shooter on the year. And he missed the first.
This guy over here might be the kiss of death for the free throw line.
I have a feeling my phone's going to be ringing from somewhere in North Carolina soon. Next free throw is good. 1 out of 2, 24-19.
So what's the outcome of this one going to be? Can I just go ahead and call it? You tell me how this plays out.
I think we'll let them play basketball. Here's Love, crossover dribble. Trying to throw it down low, and the ball is taken away. And then re-stolen, and Vasar lays it up and in.
Gillis makes the ultimate mistake. Gets his hand on the ball, deflects it, but going out of bounds saves the basketball underneath the opposition's goal, which allows him to catch, play through contact, and finish.
And remember, Gungba couldn't foul him because that would have been his third. That gave Vasar an opportunity. Gungba also ultimately got in there. Did he get called for that third? He did. He tried to get out of the way and still picked up number 3. Boy, this is getting interesting. 7:51 to go, first half of play. It's Duke 24, Arizona 21. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
24-21, Duke on top, 7:51 to go till halftime. It's time for the Kohl's Fact of the Game. Tonight, Arizona is playing in the state of New Jersey for the first time in more than 34 years. You got to go back to February 17th, 1991. You don't want to play Duke here, though. Duke is 10-0 in NCAA tournament games in the Garden State, although the last time they did it was 1999. It's the Fact of the Game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. So Duke's going deeper into the bench. Malik Brown now comes on with their other bigs in foul trouble. Henry Basar at the line trying to cap off a three-point play and does with the free throw. We got a 2-point game, 24-22, Duke on top.
Duke definitely feeling good having Malik Brown back in the lineup for this group to give them some interior presence, and they need him with their bigs in foul trouble. I don't know if they would have played him otherwise.
Cooper Flagg around the outside, right of the lane, driving, shot up and good. He is so strong.
And so decisive, Scott. When he caught that basketball, that's a rip through from the right elbow, get the defender on your hip, find an angle, getting downhill at the rim.
7:20 to go till halftime. Del Orso gets it to Townsend, and now back to Caleb Love, standing just inside half court with the dribbles, going one-on-one with Knipple. Spin move, great bounce pass down low, and Basar had the ball knocked away. It last touched Duke, and it went over the end line. But that was a perfect pass, should have been a two-fisted jam.
The opposite of what we saw from Cooper Flagg on one end, his decisiveness and indecision from Basar down low on the catch, allowing the defense to swallow him up and get their hands on the basket.
Inbound, Love, deep three, got it from right in front of the Duke bench. His second three-pointer gets Arizona back to within one.
Caleb Love has the ability to put his team on his back and carry them to a victory. Duke is aware of that. Don't imagine he gets many open looks. He's knocking down contested threes currently.
Brown throwing a backdoor cut to Knipple. Now throws back to the top, and a flick of the fingers by Carter Bryant knocks that ball away over the sideline.
Carter Bryant, look, I'm sure this is the ceiling, but it feels like you're looking at a Richard Jefferson in an Arizona uniform in terms of that versatility, that athleticism. He's only a freshman, but they see him as that kind of peak. That guy is a first-round talent, very young.
Freshman out of Riverside, California. Proctor now off the inbound, gets it to Brown, great pass to Flagg, shot fake underneath, his shot is good. He shot faked, looked like he was going to reverse, kind of faked that, pivoted back, and had an easy lay-in.
Kind of used the rim to shield the defender away as well. Very savvy move from a freshman.
Basar makes a catch, throws through near side. Three-pointer up and no good for Bryant, but he got his own rebound. Throws through to the far side for Townsend, driving. And he throws the ball into the side of the backboard, but he's fouled on the way up. And I think that's on Malik Brown. You start to add up the fouls on the guys that are big enough for Duke to be playing at that spot, and they're going to be playing a different game in the second half.
It's the type of game Arizona plays. They're going to attack you. A lion's share of what they do inside the arc, applying pressure to the defense. More importantly, officials to have to blow a whistle.
Trey Townsend. First one is on the way, and it is good. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience, official ticket, and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Second one for Townsend is good. He's coming out of the ball game now. And Conrad Martinez will get his first trip onto the floor. 28-27, Duke by a point. 6 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in the first half here in Newark. The winner gets Alabama here on Saturday for a chance to go to the Final Four. Driving, Proctor, shot, no good. Bryant over everybody for the rebound, but it's taken back by Malik Brown. Knipple driving, pulls up, throws through, far side. Sion James driving, pumps twice, shot with the left hand is good. 8 points now for Sion James, and the lead back to 3 for Duke. Here's Love around the top of the circle. Throws the alley-oop, and Cooper Flagg getting in the way of that connection is going to get called for the foul.
Basar is a dive guy. The lob pass from Love going upstairs, up for the alley-oop. Cooper Flagg makes an athletic but aggressive attempt at trying to deflect it. Bodies collide. Again, it's Arizona offense drawing yet another whistle at the rim.
And it's Basar rattling the first free throw home. 3 of 4 from the line now here in the first half. Arizona's going to get Awaka back in the game. He's probably replacing Basar if he makes the second free throw. Shot is up, shot is good, and there's your horn. He'll come back out of the ball game, and Awaka checks back in. 5:32 to go till halftime. Duke 30, Arizona 29. Biggest lead in this half was 7 for Duke. Arizona led by 5. Back and forth they go in a half-court game. Looping pass inside, poked away from James. Arizona sliding it ahead and way too far ahead. Conrad Martinez just overthrew his intended receiver, to use a football term, by a lot. Second turnover for Arizona. Del Orso might be 6'6", but he had to be 7'6" to catch that pass.
Martinez a desire to get his shooter a look in the open floor, and he looks over at Coach Lloyd, who just gives him the look of calm down, let the game come to you, don't push it too much.
James finds Flagg spinning in the lane, left-handed shot is good. There's no shot he doesn't have. 9 points for Cooper Flagg, and lead back to 3 for Duke. Martinez goes to work. He's running the point now. The sophomore from Spain. Back to Del Orso. And one touch to the near side for Love. Right at Cooper Flagg he goes. Throwing through. Corner jumper. Good! Conrad Martinez makes his 5th three-pointer of the year and ties the game at 32.
What a swing pass from Caleb Love, playing from the left side to the right side. Zona hot from beyond the arc, 6 and 9.
Of course, you look at that after the first game and say, yes, so. Knipple underneath, great drive, and he got around Del Orso to bank it in.
A thicker frame from Knipple just bullies Del Orso, barely down the right baseline to the rim to lay it in.
Knipple's got 7. Now Love going to work on Proctor. Hands back behind. Del Orso, long 3, shot no good. Rebound taken down off the floor by Malik Brown for Duke. 3:50 to go in the half. Flagg throws to the corner, and apparently Cooper Flagg stepped on the sideline before throwing the pass down to the corner. So that Duke turnover, their 3rd, is going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. It may not be a track meet, but we got a good one going here in Newark. 3:46 to go till halftime. Duke 34, Arizona 32. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news. The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again, because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Something amazing is happening. Despite a citywide blackout, this company is still up and running. That's because CDW deployed and managed a cost-effective Eaton Trip Light Series Smart Pro UPS to safeguard equipment easily and reliably. Keep the power on and protect your IT equipment from electrical challenges. Trip Light by Eaton and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/triplight.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Let's check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Well, on Saturday, we are going to get the number 2 seed Alabama against the winner of this game. Alabama, a stunning Elite Eight performance, or the game that advances them to the Elite Eight, with an NCAA record, NCAA tournament record, 24 made three-pointers, and a 113-88 win in our first game here. And now, Duke, a 2-point lead over Arizona, 34-32. 3:45 to go till halftime. Back to play. Martinez throws through, far side. Bryant's three-pointer from the right, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds off the hand of Arizona. Not sure how that happened with all white jerseys around it.
Yeah. Two white jerseys in front of a walk, and it deflected that ball out of bounds.
It is Duke basketball. Off the inbound, bringing it across, Sion James, the transfer from Tulane. Martinez picks him up, big size advantage for James. James uses his screen, gets it to Flag driving, shot good. It's just too easy sometimes for him. He's got 11. 36-32. Perimeter passing for Arizona. Duke is coming out and playing them on the three-point line. That's where Arizona's done most of their work in the first half. So Love dives inside, shot no good, but he got fouled on the way in.
Explosive, quick first step, blows by the stout Knipple, who, yes, is a rugged perimeter guy, but not as quick. And Caleb Love starting to attack him in isolation in one-on-one basketball.
Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Caleb Love. I didn't get a chance to say he was an 89% shooter. That's why he made the first.
He appreciates that.
Yeah. He, of course, has a long history against Duke from his days at North Carolina over 3 seasons, including 28 points in a Final Four win over Duke back in 2022, Coach K's final game. Makes the second. 36-34, Duke by a bucket. 2:50 to go till halftime. Blue Devils coming into the forecourt now. Knipple. Cross court for Flag. Flag. Squared up three-pointer. Shot is no good. And the rebound falls into the hands of K.J. Lewis. Lewis sliding ahead. Throws back to Love. Left side three. Shot no good. It was a brick. But Lewis came in. Got the tip rebound and laid it home. That ties the game at 36. And John Shire wants a timeout.
Vasar did just enough to bully that front line to tip the basketball. Fall right into the hands of K.J. Lewis at point-blank range to lay it with ease over the rim.
2:27 to go till halftime. We are all tied at 36 between Duke and Arizona. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check you have your phone first before the cab pulls away.
Hey, thanks, man. No, wait, my phone, come back. It's got my boarding pass, credit cards, phone numbers, my life, come back.
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
This March Madness, Wendy's has a $1 JBC or double stack with in-app offer and purchase.
So we're throwing the biggest watch party in the country and giving you the best seats to watch all the action. But just so you know, the seats are in a Wendy's. And the action is just staring at the $1 JBC or double stack in front of you. Also, you can bring a +1 if it's a burger. When it's got to be fresh, got to be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Participating Wendy's. Limit 1 JBC or double stack or qualifying item per offer with additional purchase. Wendy's app account registration required.
You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and westwoodonesports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off your first order at masachips.com. 2:27 to go till halftime. So far, absolutely nothing decided. Duke 36, Arizona 36. I want to correct myself, by the way. I said that Alabama had 24 three-pointers for an NCAA tournament record. They had 25. 75 of their 113 points came on three-pointers. One of the damnedest things I've ever seen.
Wild.
Sion James inside half court, hands off for Proctor now. Proctor comes back to Knipple coming around the screen, and alley-oop, and it's put through. Might not have been pretty, but Malawatch got it done, and Duke's back up by 2. Now Love standing on the March Madness logo inside half court, and he is fouled. He is fouled 45 feet from the basket, trying to throw a pass by Sion James.
I try to apply ball pressure, but you've got to be smart, understanding that those plays are like giving up a layup. You're allowing the opposition to go to the free throw line and earn it the easy way.
And you are stacking up fouls on key players on this Duke team with a lot of basketball left to play as Love hits on the first. Love, by the way, came into today as the NCAA's #1 player among active players in tournament points. But Mr. Sears passed him by in game 1. He's got some ground to make up. He hits on the second. 38-38, tie game, 1:56 to go till halftime. Trying to get across half court is Tyrese Proctor. With the left-hand dribble, picked up by Martinez. Hands to Knipple. Knipple threw it away. Nope, he didn't. Now, near side official says that is Arizona basketball, but apparently it is not. It touched an Arizona hand, and Duke will keep it. Good job by the officials communicating there to get that one right. Here's Flagg. Head of the circle, driving in among the trees. His shot on the way, no good. But he's going to the line. Awaka hit him on the way up. And Cooper Flagg will shoot 2, try to break this 38-all tie as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornett here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. When you need products in a pinch, Granger offers same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Look Granger.com or stop by for industrial-grade supplies for your business. Cooper Flagg hit the first and the second. You know what, Jordan? He's good at basketball.
Pretty good at basketball.
40-38. 90 seconds left here in the first half. The Duke cheering section behind the Blue Devils bench getting up and calling for defense, but not that. Not a foul. And Proctor just got whistled for one, his first.
So the fault lies on the Duke perimeter. Once you see how they're officiating perimeter defense, you have to adjust to the whistle. And now it's consecutive sequences where applying that unnecessary pressure up at the timeline is doing more harm than good.
Love back to the line where he hits on a free throw. They've now made 11 in a row from the foul line. We'll see if that does something. After missing their first to begin the game. Love spins the ball, fires, and misses. Knipple down with a rebound.
Uncanny.
Had to even it out.
Uncanny.
1:19 left to go. here in the half. Duke by a point. Here's Flagg. 23 from the hoop on the outside, on the right. Spins at the foul line, squares and hits. That is just so tough to do. 15 first half points for Cooper Flagg and a 3-point lead for Duke. Under a minute now left to play in the first half. Love near side of the floor. The Vesar now back on top to Martinez. They return it to Love with 15 left to shoot. Uses a screen, steps back into a three. Got it! It rained down and tied the game at 42. Now the Arizona Wildcats fans are cheering their players as we have got a timeout on the floor. 41.9 left to go first half. Arizona 42, Duke 42. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
For the 7th time in this game, we have got a tie. Duke's hit 6 of their last 7, but Caleb Love just brought rain with a big three-pointer. 42 apiece. Got a just about 12-second differential between game and shot clock as we wind down this first half.
Caleb Love already looking like a different man than in the first matchup in late November where he's held 8 points. He's exploded for 14, and a bunch of them come here late.
Cooper Flagg right side. With his fellow freshman finds Knippel a three. Got it! Right for the head of the circle. Freshman to freshman. 3-point lead for Duke. Shot clock now turned off. $15 seconds left to go in the half. Martinez dribbling on the outside. Now Love's got the ball. 10 seconds left. Pulls up for 3. That shot is short. Townsend tapped the rebound, but Duke got it. They've got 3 seconds. Flagg, deep 3 ball. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And a show of emotion from the best player in America. Cooper Flagg just hit from long range right before halftime, and the momentum swings Duke's way. Back-to-back threes, and now a 6-point lead going into halftime.
Scott, no doubt about it, that was a miscue. Failure to execute from Arizona. The shot clock was turned off, and you took a bad shot with enough time for the opposition to get a rebound and go the other way and get a look. That is poor execution from Caleb Love, who had been so good down the stretch. But to take that shot and leave time punished them in the long run, and now it's a 6-point cushion in what could have been a tie going to the break.
Our halftime score, Duke 48, Arizona 42. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Brad Heller in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Halftime in Newark, New Jersey. Duke, the top seed in the East, leads the 4th seed Arizona 48-42. A couple of threes for the Blue Devils to end the half, including Cooper Flagg basically at the buzzer. He's got 18 points in Duke and a fun first half leading Arizona by 6. All right, let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. West Region Sweet 16, the 3-seed Texas Tech, the 10-seed Arkansas. Boy, John Calipari's Razorbacks really enjoying this whole underdog thing.
Wagner near midcourt finds Davis over on the right, up to Avicic on the wing. They'll hand it back to Davis. He's going to launch the three and hits. Nelly Davis has 9 in the first half. 31-23 Arkansas, 4:54 to go. Razorbacks have taken 9 threes. They have made 6.
Ryan Ratke on the call. Arkansas's largest lead has been 11. It's 11 right now, 36-25, about 2 minutes to go before halftime. You can hear that on the new Westwood One Sports app, also on WestwoodOneSports.com and NCAA.com. Adu Thero, Arkansas's leading scorer, is back after missing a month with a knee injury. He's only played about 5 minutes. Carter Knox leading the way with 11 points. Meanwhile, Darian Williams with 28 points in Texas Tech's second-round win. He is 1 for 11 shooting, 0 of 6 from 3. Winner of Texas Tech and Arkansas will take on the top seed Florida Gators. A big second half to beat Maryland 87-71. They're headed to their first Elite Eight in 8 years. 6 in double figures, led by Will Richards, 15 points. Kevin Willard, Maryland head coach, after the game, all the speculation about his future. He said, quote, "I don't know what I'm doing." Game number 1 in Newark, Alabama and BYU. Mark Sears did not hit a three-pointer in the Tide's second-round win over St. Mary's, but he more than made up for it tonight.
And now a pass to the outside, stolen by Sears. Here comes alley-oop. Amori makes the catch, throws back to Sears. Wide on another three. There you go. 23 made three-pointers. The NCAA record continues to grow. Mark Sears has 10 of them.
Mark Sears, 34 points on those 10 threes, 25 three-pointers for Alabama, the new NCAA tournament record, and the Crimson Tide roll over BYU. 113-88, back-to-back Elite Eights for the Crimson Tide, and they are going to face either Duke or Arizona coming up on Saturday. The Blue Devils have the lead at the half, 48-42 over the Wildcats. Coming up, Nick Ba's going to stop by. We'll preview tomorrow's Sweet 16 action. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15, built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system. The X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
Get 5 quarts of O'Reilly Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a MicroGuard oil filter for $29.99. In-store only. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
15 seconds left to go in the half. Martinez dribbling on the outside. Now Love's got the ball. 10 seconds left. Pulls up for three. That shot is short. Townsend tapped the rebound, but Duke got it. They've got 3 seconds. Flag, deep three ball. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And a show of emotion from the best player in America. Cooper Flag just hit from long range right before halftime. And the momentum swings Duke's way. Back-to-back threes, and now a 6-point lead going into halftime.
48-42 Duke over Arizona, halftime in Newark, New Jersey. The Blue Devils, 61% shooting in that first half. Cooper Flag, 18 points. Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. All right, time now to preview tomorrow's Sweet 16 action, which means our studio analyst for the entire tournament, Nick Boz, here. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Brad. How are you?
Good. Let's dive right into all this action for tomorrow. We'll start with the all-SEC matchup, Kentucky and Tennessee. Wildcats won both during the regular season. How did the Volunteers avoid the 3-game season sweep?
Yeah, I slid the 2 games under the microscope in terms of the 2 regular season games. As you mentioned, the Wildcats swept them. And the biggest thing that stands out to me is the 3-point line, Brad. In the 2 games, Kentucky emphatically dominated the 3-point line. They were plus 30 points in the 2 games from beyond the arc. And Tennessee was absolutely ice cold from 3. So to me, my eyes are going to be there. And that obviously all starts with Chaz Lanier and his ability to get loose and get free run-off screens, land into open jump shots. But for me, the 3-point line was the biggest difference in the 2 games. Some really electric backcourt matchups, but I'll be looking at the 3-point line.
Let's stay in Indianapolis for the 1-4 matchup. The other game, Houston and Purdue. I mean, of course, the Cougars got to this point last year. Jamal Shead gets hurt and they lose to Duke. I mean, they seem to be healthy now. How do the Boilermakers try and keep up?
Well, they're going to have that home crowd basically behind them. This game is in Indianapolis, just about 60 miles or so from West Lafayette. So another thing that Houston is going to have to navigate. But how does Purdue keep up? They got to take care of the ball, which is hard against Houston. They trap every ball screen. And so Braden Smith better have his hard hat on because he's got to take care of it, something he didn't do against McNeese. He had 8 turnovers against McNeese in Purdue's last win. So he's got to do a better job taking care of the ball. And then the glass. Obviously, Purdue's got to hang in there, keep the Cougars off the glass. That's what this game's going to come down to. It's going to be a tall task, I think, for the Boilermakers.
South region, the first game there, the number 1 overall seed Auburn takes on the 5 seed Michigan. The Wolverines already beating an SEC team in Texas A&M in round 2. How can they knock off 2 from the SEC in this tournament?
Well, I think you're getting what is, everything's relatively speaking here, I suppose, a vulnerable Auburn team. I don't think they've looked quite as good. They're 3-3 in their last 6 games. I thought they looked okay in the first round and second round of the first weekend of the tournament. And the reality is Broome has just been okay. And if Broome doesn't get back to that dominant player of the year that we saw throughout the regular season, I'm not sure they're going to be able to advance past this weekend. And the big thing is that Michigan they got the 2 7-footers to match the size of Cardwell and Broome inside. So should be a big-time matchup in the interior. And we'll see if Broome can get it rolling in the Sweet 16.
And with Michigan State and Ole Miss, that second game in Atlanta, I mean, the Rebels shot 58% in round 2 against Iowa State. Meanwhile, Sparty struggled in both games. They got off to a slow start against Bryant, and then were down at halftime against New Mexico. What do you make of the Spartans heading into this one?
Yeah, and that's a little bit how Michigan State has been at times. They're a good, not great offense, and they're a good, not great shooting team, but they just got so much depth. They had 35 bench points in that win over New Mexico, which is always so important to have different guys chipping in. You need a better game out of Jace Richardson. And for Ole Miss, the thing that Ole Miss has going for them is they don't turn the ball over, and Sean Padula, their sharpshooting guard, has it going. He had 20 points in the win over Iowa State. He had a huge 3 in their first-round win late with about 20 seconds left in that one. So they got a good guard rolling. But Sparty, I think they're going to find a way. Their identity shines through. Rebounding, transition offense, and their mantra that they've adopted is strength in numbers with the depth that they have.
4 great matchups on tap for tomorrow in the Sweet 16. Nick Bow, we always appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send you back to the arena when we return. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Most people think child abuse is a bad parent problem.
Actually, the root causes may be different than you think.
Let us explain. Affordable housing for everyone?
That prevents child abuse. And access to health care in every community
prevents child abuse too. High quality, affordable child care.
Paid family leave.
School breakfast and lunch programs.
All of this prevents child abuse.
It's all about keeping families out of crisis in the first place.
At least 1 in 7 children in the United States have experienced abuse or neglect in the past year. Prevent Child Abuse America promotes policies, programs, and resources informed by science that help communities, parents, and kids thrive.
Because when we keep families out of crisis,
we prevent child abuse
from ever happening.
Go to preventchildabuse.org to learn more.
That's preventchildabuse.org.
Let's solve child abuse before it ever happens.
Furnished by Prevent Child Abuse America.
Hello, I'm Jose Hernandez, and I have been using a wheelchair since my accident in 1995.
My name is Andrea Dalzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old.
I guess if I had one message for the general public, it would be that I appreciate your help. But please, ask first.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that I've actually got everything under control.
I think people get nervous. They don't know how to act, so they pretend I'm not there.
What probably bothers me the most is when waiters talk to my companion and not directly to me.
I think everyone with a disability can relate to that parking spot problem.
We know you're just parking in a disabled spot for a second, but please, don't. We're just looking for the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
United Spinal Association is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of people living with spinal cord injuries and disorders. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
(48-42), Duke on top of Arizona. We're here at halftime in Newark. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol shaving cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. Blue Devils shot 61% in that first half and 54% from three-point range, including 2 key three-pointers at the end of the half. That's the difference in the ballgame. No surprise that Cooper Flagg is leading all scorers with 18 points. Con Knippel's got 10 for Duke. On the other side, Caleb Love leading the way with 14 points for Arizona. They shot 43%. They made 7 three-pointers in that first half, and they stayed in the ballgame.
They absolutely did. Del Orso got him going early with those couple triples. Caleb Love heated up late. A miscue from Caleb, I talked about at the end of the break there, ahead of the break there, was he took that three with time left on the clock, and on a miss, it allowed Duke to go the other way. The shot clock's turned off. You should make it one last shot. And compounded by the mistake from Caleb Love is when he missed that three, he stopped, frozen in time, didn't get back defensively, allowed for the late half heroics from Cooper Flagg. So does that momentum carry Duke in the second half? It'll be interesting to see. Duke gets their front line back in this game. Feels like a game if Arizona's going to win it, Caleb Love has to go nuts.
Time now for the second half key, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago Electrical Connectors. You're up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. All right, how did these teams win the game?
For Duke, I think Duke should lean more into what they've been doing defensively with a little bit more pressure still applied to the three-point shot. Run them off that three-point line, contest them. If they want to be drivers, come on down to our defense. Their defense must play without fouling. Duke got into heavy foul trouble, and it allowed Arizona to stroll to the free throw line and knock down free throws. Duke has to be more disciplined on that side. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they've got to throw. Look, easier said than done. Cooper Flagg's the best player in the country. At one point, he's going to be the best player in the world. But you got to throw different looks at him. You got to make it difficult. You got to throw help side, tilt over to him while still getting back help side because everybody on the floor can damage you. Duke is top 5 in offensive efficiency for a reason. But some of what Cooper is getting can be prevented by throwing more bodies at him.
They've now played 5 halves in the tournament. Duke has shot 60% or better in 4 of them, including the last 3 in a row. It was those last two shots that got him up over the top. We've got 20 minutes of basketball to go to find out who's meeting Alabama here on Saturday in the Elite Eight. Our halftime score, Duke 48, Arizona 42. Love the start of the second half when we return. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The new KFC Dunk-It Bucket with juicy original recipe tenders, new mashed potato poppers, crispy fries, plus 3 sauces that fit right on top of the lid, so you can dunk anywhere. You can dunk at the game, dunk while security points to the no outside food sign, and dunk as 20,000 people watch you and your Dunk-It Bucket get removed from the stadium. Dunk almost anywhere with the new $7 KFC Dunk-It Bucket, or get the double Dunk-It Bucket for $25. Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Without maintenance teams behind the scenes, everything stops. Even the game. Lights, broadcast equipment, cooling, you ensure the assets that matter most work. MaintainX was built for professionals like you. A modern maintenance app that helps manage work orders, schedule maintenance, and track inventory. So keep the madness on the court, not in your operations. Try MaintainX free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain in the letter X.com/MVP.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 28, 1992, a regional final classic between Duke and Kentucky. The Wildcats were up 103-102 with 2 seconds left in overtime and a berth in the Final Four on the line.
They're not going to guard Hill making the inbound pass. Here's a high looper. There's Leitner. He turns. He shoots. It is good! Christian Leitner hits a turnaround 17-footer at the buzzer. And the Duke Blue Devils head to Minneapolis. My, oh my, oh my.
Mike Krzyzewski's squad went on to defeat Indiana and Michigan to become the first team in 2 decades to win back-to-back championships. But it was Leitner's shot that's remembered as another great moment in tournament history. I'm Kevin Kugler.
You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to listen to all of the action wherever you are. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Glad to have you with us for what's been an entertaining night of basketball. Not going to tell you we didn't expect it. Alabama, 25 made three-pointers and an epic win in Game 1. Game 2, 20 minutes of basketball left to go to see who'll face Alabama in the regional final here on Saturday. Duke with a 48-42 lead over Arizona. Their last 21 games as a number 1 seed. Duke is 19-2. They've only lost twice, to Michigan State in 2019 and to Arizona in 2011. And that's a long time ago. Cooper Flagg was not even in kindergarten yet, I guess, at that point. But stick around. This has been interesting, to say the least. Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Duke in the home white with the blue trim, blue numerals and letters across the front of their chest. Arizona in the navy blue with red numerals and letters. Wildcats of the basketball to begin the second half, going from our left over to our right. Duke 29-2 this year, leading at halftime. Arizona tries to jump right out, and Caleb Love missed the rim on a three-pointer. shooting it well over the top to the left side. Duke down with the rebound. Flagg throws back behind for Proctor. Dangerous shooter. Malawach up on top, hands it off. Knipple. Alley-oop, and Malawach tapped it in and drew the foul. That was supposed to be a dunk. He got slid off his spot and fouled, but his arms are so long, he was able to get his fingers on the ball, guide it through the hoop, and he's got a chance at a three-point play.
He was so high up, too, with his extension. He almost kind of like volleyball, cupped it underneath the ball and just gave it a lift up over the glass, on the glass, into the rim, into the hoop.
Only started playing basketball at the age of 13 in South Sudan. It's on the free throw. Biggest lead of the night now for Duke, 51-42. Duke faithful are standing up. They're waiting for one of those signature runs the Blue Devils have had all year long. Passing around the perimeter. Bradley, one touch for Del Orso. Thought about a three, now dumps it down. Left side into the lane. Jump hook shot is good for Owaka.
Very patient from Owaka on that low block. Understood he needed to find some space to bounce off of Malawach to get it over his legs with the hook over his left shoulder.
Perimeter passing now for the Blue Devils. Flagg posting up Townsend on the right block. Spin, shot, no good. But Townsend is called for the foul, and Cooper Flagg is going back to the free throw line with Townsend second.
Cooper Flagg needs to touch the basketball every time down. There is no solution. There is no antidote in an Arizona jersey to stop him. He embraces physicality. He's got a great mid-range game. He's hitting the long ball. He's doing it all right now offensively.
The first one is good. The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeep's Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs and let the ride of a lifetime begin. We were talking at halftime. He's just simply better than everybody else.
He's the best player in college basketball. And like we said, one day he'll be the best player in the world.
Hit the second free throw. 53-44, 20 for Cooper Flagg. Here's Love. Catching at the top of the circle, driving down right of the lane, nowhere to go. Cross-court pass now for Bradley. Takes it into the lane, throws near corner. Del Orso, three-pointer no good. Tip rebound, Townsend's got it. His putback won't go. Fight for the rebound. Malawach and Townsend are tied up. And a held ball is going to send it on the possession arrow back Duke's way.
Felt like a lot of contact when Townsend got that ball underneath the basket, tried to offer it up in the layup. Malawach's length obviously had an impact. There might have been some contact, though, there as well.
Duke trying to press a 9-point advantage. Up on top, Knipple. Back to Flagg. He gets his touch in between the circles. Directing traffic, hands off for Proctor. Proctor right in that same spot. Now on the high post. There goes Flagg driving down into the paint. And no shot. A foul call before he ever got the shot off on Jaden Bradley. That's 3 now on Bradley.
Just a distinct size advantage when Cooper Flagg gets Bradley in the low post, and very astute understanding with Duke to say, all right, let's get it to our star.
Off the inbound, Duke back to work. Flagg splits the defenders in two. No look pass to the left corner. Three-pointer is good. Highlight film stuff as Sion James buries the three, and Arizona's got a call for a timeout. The Duke lead has grown to 12. Less than 2.5 minutes into the second half. Timeout on the court sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Duke 56, Arizona 44 with 17:41 to go. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
When the forgotten poor are suffering and in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, with volunteer medical staff and crew who donate their time to save lives. Heroes of mercy, like these.
Every human being has the right to be treated as human, to have a place at the table of the human race.
If you could just see the look in that patient's eyes or the smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
You bring hope and healing to one person, but that person belongs to a family, and that family belongs to a community.
Together, these heroes of mercy and friends like you bring hope and healing to those who desperately need it.
Thank you! Thank you!
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org today.
After my father was on a ventilator for 20 days due to COVID, he had so many medications. It really was daunting.
According to the National Institutes of Health, 30% of hospital admissions in older adults are drug-related, like taking meds at the wrong time. Hero simplifies medication management.
I'm so thankful that something like this exists. It holds up to 10 different medications. It's all on an app, and you can share that app with a caregiver. So I can make sure that he got his meds. Is he missing a dose of his meds?
Hero Health's smart pill dispenser alerts and delivers pills with the push of a button.
It is really so easy to use and a literal lifesaver.
Try Hero Health risk-free for 30 days. Get free contactless delivery. Call 800-420-7550. 800-420-7550. That's 800-420-7550. Hero. Medication managed.
Let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA. We already have two Elite Eight participants right here in front of us. Alabama hit 25 three-pointers, an NCAA tournament record. They advance to take on the winner of this game here on Saturday. Florida has also advanced. They beat Maryland 87-71. Their eighth Elite Eight in the last 20 years, but their first since 2017. 56-44, Duke on top by 12. Arizona's got to get it in gear soon. 17.5 left to play. Love holding on the outside for A.J. Lewis. One touch far side of the floor for Jaden Bradley. Bradley bounces through near side. Bryant, a three, and he got it. Now, Arizona has hit 9 out of 15 three-pointers. And still, they trail this one by 9. Sion James cross half court. Bounce it into the hands of Knipple. Far side, Proctor touches, and here comes Cooper Flagg again. Oh! A no-look alley-oop jammed home by Malawach. For crying out loud.
Cooper Flagg touching the paint, and he goes upstairs. Just again, Cooper having an impact on the game, making the guys around him the game a little bit more easy.
They get it down low, and a shot misses for Basar. Rebound for Duke. They've made 7 straight shots and 11 out of 12. Up by 11. Here's Proctor on the outside. Driving right of the lane. Throws it up. They throw it back. Malawach to Flagg. Another no-look pass. Knipple now driving. His layup is good. Another assist for Cooper Flagg. Biggest lead of the game now for Duke, 60-47. Lewis on a pick and roll, bounces it right at the feet of Basar, and it dribbles out of bounds. 4th turnover for Arizona, and it is all coming apart right here for the Wildcats.
It's an Arizona team that's absolutely leaking. You look at this Duke team and how they became this kind of good at this point in the game. Malawach being eligible to play and not in foul trouble is elevated.
Flagg, another alley-oop, another dunk for Malawach. We just keep rolling the film back again and again and again. Flagg keeps getting dimes, and his teammates keep reaping the benefits. And now a foul on the front court. Knipple's going to get called for it, and there's going to be a timeout on the floor. When you talk about time, it is running out for Arizona. Cooper Flagg is dominating this ball game. 15:41 left to play here in Newark. The timeout on the floor. It's Duke 62, Arizona 47. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but
Also, buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Scott Graham, Jordan Cornett here at our Grainger broadcast position in Newark. Keep your team moving forward with Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products, Grainger can help your business get a leg up. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. It's 62-47 Duke with 15:41 left play. You know, in the ACC tournament, when Cooper Flagg went down with that knee injury against Georgia Tech, the college basketball world held its collective breath. But he came back. He was fine. He's not wearing any kind of brace. And he's the best player on the floor right now. And he's showing it in a variety of ways, not just scoring, but dishing now to his teammates in the middle of this big Duke run.
Yeah, I mean, the true measure of an elite talent is, do you make the guys around you better? And he's positioning them beautifully to make plays. He has owned every facet of the game.
They get a whistle off the ball, and Knipple, who just got a foul call before the timeout, just picked up his third. Flagg's numbers are 20 points, 5 boards, 5 assists. Could be 30 points. Probably could be at least 10 assists. He does what's necessary at the time to win a game. Here's Love on the outside. He's driving to the right baseline. Little floater is good. Caleb Love finally gets on the board here in the second half. He's got 16.
This is an interesting intersection of the game right now. 15.5 is plenty of time to erase the 13-point deficit, but it starts with locking in defensively and making Duke work a little bit harder in the half court.
Proctor drives into the lane, lost the handle, it's taken away. Bryant's got it. Slides it ahead for Bradley for Arizona. Now Love throws back behind. Bryant squares for a three. Shot no good. Tapped rebound goes out of bounds, and it's going back the other way. That, momentum-wise, would have been big. Would have gotten it down to 10. But instead, Duke gets the basketball back. Trapping pressure in the backcourt. They beat the pressure. They throw it inside. Malawach has it. Left-hand turnaround is good. I'll tell you what, when your 7-2 player can do that, look out.
Well, it's hard when you elect to go full court pressure like Arizona does. Duke can pass over the top. They have that luxury.
Lewis throws an air ball. Basar tried to save it, threw it onto the ground. We've got a scrum, held ball, and it is going to stay this way. Yep. Possession arrow points Arizona's way. Inbound now for Bradley. Bradley gets it in for Basar. Basar driving, tries a dunk, doesn't get it. but he gets fouled. And I believe Malawach just got his third.
They start trying to cancel Christmas on that short roll and trying to put that thing on the head of the 7-footer Malawach. And that aggressive approach at the rim absolutely earned Malawach's third foul.
7-footers facing off. Basar at the line. First one is good. The official NCAA ticket exchange is the only NCAA-approved place to buy and sell authentic, 100% guaranteed Final Four tickets with other fans. Visit the official NCAA ticket exchange today at ncaa.com/exchange. Basar's second is good. Malawach takes a seat with 3 fouls. He's replaced by Patrick Gungba, who also has 3. But Duke's lead a comfortable 13 points right now. Under 14 and a half left to go. Flag bothered on the inbound, throws into a double team, gets it back, and he'll just take it across himself. Right down the lane, alley-oop. Doesn't matter who you bring in, Gungba on the receiving end. Duke has made their last 11 shots. They may get a foul call in the front court on James. Duke believe that Jaden Bradley just flat out slipped. But the official blows the whistle and it goes against the Blue Devils.
Going back to Cooper Flagg and the way that he is touching paint time and time again, drawing 2 defenders and just lifting it up in the air to one of his interior bigs to catch and dunk, it's uncanny how easily that's coming for him.
14:05 left to go in the ballgame. Lewis driving for Arizona. Lost the handle, got it back again. Takes it to the left elbow. His shot is short, and the rebound falls into the lap of Patrick Gungba for Duke. And it's Flagg once again, slowly taking it across half court. Gungba up on top, far side of the floor for James, bouncing it in. Flagg posting up, hits a turnaround. He's got 22, and Duke has hit 12 shots in a row. 12. 13 and a half left to play. It's Duke by 17. And a hard pass to the inside is knocked away. Bodies flying, ball going over the end line. A last touch flag, so Arizona will keep it. Now apparently it's going to be Duke ball. So Flagg will inbound it. And walking it across is Tyrese Proctor. Hottest shooter in America, hasn't really been needed in this ball game. Gungba, head of the circle, spinning into the lane, shot up, and that one is good, and the foul. They can't miss. Lucky 13 in a row for Duke. And a chance at a 3-point play and a 20-point lead.
And the average distance of shot attempt is about a foot. Everything is coming at the rim right now for this Duke team, which obviously skyrockets that percentage from the field when you get those type of looks.
Welcome those of you just joining us across our network as Patrick Gungba misses on a free throw ball, knocked out of bounds off the hands of the Blue Devils. But if you're just joining us, you missed a lot. This game was tied at 42 with under a minute to go till halftime. Duke hit 2 big threes, including Cooper Flagg from about 37 feet right before the buzzer. And Flagg is just flat out taking the game over here in the second half. 28-9, the Duke run. They have made 13 field goals in a row. Flagg taking his seat now, 13:05 to go in the ballgame. Arizona gets it inside, and Lewis wills the ball into the hoop for Arizona.
Quick offense is something Arizona needs to explore. Baseline drive, waste no time, attack.
Here's Knipple on the outside for Duke. It's the ball knocked away over the sideline. Blue Devils will keep it. Knipple inbounds the ball to Gillis. Mason Gillis getting it off for Gungba. Now he hands it off once again. Knipple driving, leaning back, and finally a miss for Duke. Rebound down Arizona. Lewis throws to the corner. Love wants a 3 from the left, and he hit it. Caleb Love trying to figure out a way to get his team back in the ball game. 12:20 to go. Arizona back within 14. Love's got 19 on the night. Now up on top, Knipple. Trying to set things up, and he ultimately ends up moving his pivot foot, according to the officials, for the 5th Duke turnover. The ball will go back to Arizona.
Simply an unforced error. No real ball pressure there to disrupt anything Knipple was doing when he picked up that dribble. Defense kind of removed back off of him, and he just shuffled it a little bit, dragged it a little.
By the way, Cooper Flagg's back. That was probably enough rest, right? He's young.
They don't want this deficit to be cut into anymore.
An alley-oop. Bryant makes a great catch over Flagg. Now a fadeaway jump shot almost misses everything as the rebound comes down to Proctor on the weak side for the Blue Devils. So he can defend as well.
He took away the alley-oop, then made Carter Bryant meet a chest and fade away from about 10 feet.
11:45 and counting left in the game. Proctor to Flagg. When he gets a touch, something happens. With the dribble, bounce pass, Proctor three-pointer, no good. And a long rebound out to Caleb Love for Arizona. Up ahead, leaving it back behind for Lewis. Now Baysar, shot fake, throw it off for Bryant. Left elbow jumper is too strong. Flagg inside everyone for the rebound for Duke. He's taking it up himself. Kind of waves his teammates off, and now hesitation dribble, lost the ball, gets it back, driving shot, no good. But right there to lay it back in is Malawach.
Aggressive drive from Flagg begets an elite offensive rebounding opportunity.
Love driving, Malawach blocked it, but a foul before the shot got up near the rim. Malawach has 13 points now, 11 in this half. A lot of it coming because of what Cooper Flagg's doing. 10:57 to go here in the ball game, and we've got a timeout on the floor. The number one in the East is dominating here in the second half. Duke 72, Arizona 56. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Progressive knows RV owners like to travel at a nice, relaxing pace. Just like this commercial. They're not rushing to a departure gate at the airport because they depart from their driveway. And they can relax even more knowing they're protected by Progressive. Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliate.
When you hear that a small Blizzard treat is just 85 cents in the DQ app, you might just feel like you're dreaming. 85-cent Blizzard treats. Trust us when we say you're not. But get to DQ quickly, because this dream is only a reality for so long. Hurry and get your small Blizzard treat for just 85 cents with a $1 purchase when you sign up for DQ Rewards. For a limited time at participating locations. Terms apply.
Let's check the attendance for tonight, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 19,068 folks in attendance here in Newark tonight. What they're watching is one of the best teams in the country, finding a gear that few others have. Duke has run out to a 16-point lead now over Arizona, 72-56 with 10:57 left to go in the game. And a lot of it is thanks to whether he has the ball in his hands or not, Cooper Flagg.
Look, Carter Bryant, if there's going to be a perfect guy to defend him, similar in size, athletic, bouncy, moves laterally, he would be the perfect matchup. Cooper Flagg's just so much more physical, and he's a year younger than Carter Bryant. He's just overwhelming him with getting to his spots on the floor.
Caleb Love hits on the first free throw. He got fouled right before we went to timeout. You know he's going to get his points. He's got 20 of them here. Second one on the way, and that one is good. So 21, another big game for Love as he stares down the 4 letters on the front of the opposition's uniform, but his team is down 14. Duke passing around the perimeter. James finds Flagg. Flagg spinning at the right elbow. One-handed shot, no good. A rare miss, and the rebound comes down to Basar. They get a whistle off the ball and a hold down low on Proctor. Townsend was trying to post him up, and Proctor apparently was holding on. He picks up his third.
Arizona needs to try and play fast as much as possible. 1, because the clock and the deficit, but 2, their best bet scoring on this defense is beating it down the floor before it can congeal.
Off the inbound, Arizona back to work. It's Love once again. He tries right baseline. Driving shot is good. That's a great move around a big man.
Malawatch waiting on him on that drive and contorted his body in midair to avoid the shot blocker, pumping, suspending, and getting it off the glass to finish.
So a 9-2 Arizona run, back within 12, 10-10 to go. Flagg for 3. Got it. Cooper Flagg took 1 step left and launched. What a player, what a night. The lead back up to 15 now for Duke. Flagg's got 25. Off the drive, shot no good. And Malawatch down with the rebound for Duke. No sooner does Arizona think they've got a little momentum, but it disappears. But now Love tries to steal it back again. A leaping interception. They'll fire a 3 and hit it. That's exactly what they needed. Back down to a 12-point game.
Just an incredibly athletic play from a quick switch athlete. Love post defending Cooper Flagg. They try to go down low. He skies for the steal, waits for nobody. Pulls up in transition from NBA range.
Flagg around his screen on top. Right of the lane. Nothing there. Throws back behind to Proctor. Proctor with a left-hand dribble. Into the lane. Throws through near side. Three-pointer on the way is good for Mason Gillis in the left corner. Played in the national championship game for Purdue last year. Trying to do it again. Bradley driving. His shot blocked away by Malawatch. Coming over to help defensively and knocks it over the end line.
Malawatch just came over, and he's got such high-level timing as a shot blocker coming home side. He can anticipate so well when that ball's going up so as not to swipe at it and put his team at a disadvantage defensive rebounding-wise. He always gets a hand on the basketball.
Inbound for Arizona, far side of the floor on the baseline. They get it into Townsend up on top. And now back to Love. You know he's got to have a touch each time right now. Over to Basar, back to Love again. Love driving down the lane. Left-handed shot is good. And the foul. That's 4 now on the big man, Malawatch. I'm not sure how he got around him. It looked like he changed direction in midair.
And we said it's going to take an otherworldly performance of Caleb Love to bring his group back. Malawatch did the work in avoiding the foul, and he couldn't help himself very late. After the release, he swipes down at Love, who had already made the shot.
Now Shire's leaving him in with 4.
Why not?
Love's free throw is good. They're trying to get the sub, and they didn't get it in time. So Gunba is sitting at half court. Malawatch playing with 4. 8:33 to go. 78-66, 12-point game. And Flagg is fouled as he tries to go around on the screen. Basar gets called for the personal, his second. And that'll allow Duke to get the substitution as they switch big men. Malawach goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Patrick Gunba back into the ball game.
And I don't always agree with the sub in foul trouble. The guy's having such a dominant role in this game. Let him play as you build your lead to a point where it might not even matter anymore.
Flag off the inbound. Has it taken away. Lewis not only got the steal, but dove on the loose ball. Townsend throws behind for Love. Back to work he goes. High off the glass. Shot. Good at the foul. Caleb Love is trying to lift his team back into the game all on his own.
The Caleb Love experience. Buckle up. This is how it goes. This guy is fearless. He's got the 3-ball going because they respect that. He's able to pursue these gaps. Can he take over this team and will this group back?
Goaltending was called. That was the whistle. There was no foul to go with the made basket. So it stays a 10-point game. Duke gets it back. 8:08 left to play. Flash spinning into the lane. He gets hit. No call. Shot blocked away. They slide it ahead to Love. Love's shot is no good. It tickled the rim and fell off, but Love has the rebound, bounce back to him. They go far side. Townsend driving in the paint. Shot blocked by Flag, but jammed back home by Vasar, and he's fouled. Hey, what's going on? Arizona's back within 8, and they've got a chance at a 3-point play.
Defensively, the effort has been elevated from Arizona. Domino effect. They've been able to run, beat the defense down the floor. The aggressor now, the Arizona Wildcats.
Don't tune out just yet. Arizona on a 7-0 run and trying for a massive comeback. 7:47 to go in the ball game. It's Duke 78, Arizona 70. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Thank you.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships. Let's check some of the numbers sponsored by GoodRx. Check GoodRx for simple, smart savings on weight loss medications and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. Now, we have watched Caleb Love bring his team back into this game. He's got 31 points, 13 of them here in the second half, and he has spurred this 7-0 run. Remember, the lead was as many as 19 points, 70-51 at the 13-12 mark. 5.5 minutes later, we got an 8-point game.
So what the call here is Vasar's at the free throw line with nobody lined up. He will get his and one free throw here. The ball will then go the other way because Jaden Bradley was flagged for pulling down a Duke player. Not sure which player, but a flagrant was called on him, a flagrant one. So 2 free throws for Duke will go the other way, and Duke will get possession.
So for Jaden Bradley, that's not only a flagrant foul, it's his 4th foul. Vasar will have 1 free throw, and then they walk it back down the other end. And Duke gets the opportunity to return the favor and get the basketball back. Vasar on the night, 10 points, 6 out of 7 from the line. Shot is good. 78-71, down to a 7-point game. Looking at the replay, it was a hook.
Hook and hold.
And a straight fall to the ground. Knippel's the guy who got pulled down. And as a great free throw shooter who missed his first attempt tonight, he makes one more try, and then the ball back for the Blue Devils. Second free throw, no hesitation, is good. Back up to a 9-point game, 80-71 with 7:47 left. Duke inbounds with the length of the floor to go. 4 different players with 4 fouls right now. Bradley and Awaka for Arizona. Knippel and Monowatch for Duke. Blue Devils inbound. Cooper Flagg's got the ball in his sure hands. He hands it off to James to cross the stripe. Bounce pass, Knippel. Right side. Gets it down low for Gunba. Beautiful move as he goes around the defender and jams the ball home. Back up to an 11-point game with Duke on top. Pounds it. Wraparound pass to the corner. Bradley driving, shot up, and it is good. Hit the front and the back of the rim and fell through. Vasar and Knippel got locked together. Knippel hit the ground. The officials say play on. Under 7 to play in a 9-point game. Just inside half court, Sion James bounces it to the left side. And now 2 bodies hit the ground, and there's going to be an offensive foul called on Gunba. That's his 4th. 6:46. Time is winding down, but Duke is running out of big men. They're going to go look at that foul.
And this is probably going to be a flagrant one on Gongba for a hook and hold potentially, if they decide to go look at the monitor.
They're talking it over right now. The 3 officials meeting at the center of the floor. They want to make sure they've got this right.
Previous play is under review.
And for the first time, we hear from Keith Kimball telling us that the play is under review. So this is going to take some time. And it will mean a lot if it is indeed a flagrant foul. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. Winning teams know the value of a good 6th man. Count on Granger to give your business a boost off the bench. Call or click Granger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade supplies. Well, you've seen the replay. What do you think?
It's 100% a hook and hold. It's the exact same thing we saw Jaden Bradley get whistled for the possession before. And the fact that the officials have convened that quickly.
After further review, we just have a common foul on the play. Shoot 1 and 1.
Oh, my.
That's pretty shocking. That was a textbook hook and hold. That's surprising.
Well,
that is surprising.
The foul does stand, but it is a common foul. And number 4.
So there should be no free throws. That's a player control foul.
They're walking down 1 and 1, and I think that's exactly what John Shire is asking Keith Kimball about.
That's a player control foul. There should be no free throws.
And there will be no free throws.
Yeah.
They're now going to give Arizona the inbound. Far side of the floor, not far from the Duke bench by the hash mark. Arizona fans unhappy with how all of that turned out. But the Wildcats have the basketball back. Along the outside, hot pass along the inside, juggled by Vasar. He still goes up with the ball, misses the shot as an air ball, and then on the rebound, a reach-in foul as Gungba cleared it away. Caleb Love tried to go pick and roll, but his pass was 400 miles per hour off the hands of Vasar. He finally got it back, couldn't score, and then you get the foul call on the missed shot.
Too tight of a window. Gotta move it back and reset your offense.
So Goodman to the line. Shot is up, shot is good. Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on Saturday, April 5th. To secure your seats, visit ussoccer.com/tickets. Second one is good. Boy, how much did this game just change?
Now that there's some shot making, but the whistle, I feel like, is kind of tilted this one on its head. Where momentum was starting to head Arizona's way, it's totally changed.
6.5 to play. Duke 84, Arizona 73. Here's Bradley. In the forecourt, driving into the lane. Alley-oop, and oh, what a one-handed jam by Vasar. I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get that. It was so high.
I thought Bradley threw that one out of bounds. Vasar kept elevating. His length and size helped to flush it with the alley-oop.
KJ Lewis trying to bother Flag. Flag driving, and he's going to get a foul as he takes it all the way to the hoop. He is just so strong. Lewis was bugging him all the way across half court. And finally, they're going to call a shooting foul. And Flag is going to the free throw line.
Flag's just so unbothered by an irritant like KJ Lewis because he's superior in size and strength. So he just keeps him on that hip, keeps barreling downhill, and gets to the free throw line.
And the free throw is good. 26 points for Flag to lead all scorers on his side. Caleb Love's got 31 for the game high for Arizona. Flag's second is up, and that one is good. 86-75, 11-point game. We're going to cross 6 minutes left to go in this possession. Bradley across half court, gets it to Love. 2 men on him, bounce it across to Bradley on the near side. Bradley driving, shot up, no good, but he just drew contact, and Gungba just fouled out of the game for Duke. So that's one of Duke's bigs out with 5:50 to go. He'll be replaced by Malowacz, who's also sitting with 4 fouls right now.
And best believe Arizona's thinking one gone, let's attack Malowacz. Malowacz cannot be the aggressive defender we're accustomed to seeing, or else he's going to be out of this game.
Question is, do they have enough time and enough stops to be able to get over the top? It's not that they can't score. They've got 75 points. They still have 5:50 left on the clock, but they haven't stopped Duke. Blue Devils still shooting a blistering 65% for the game. Bradley's first one is on the way, and it's good. You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to listen to all the action wherever you are. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Second one for Bradley is good. Arizona back to within 9 points, 5:50 to play. Full court pressure now from the Wildcats. And they back out of it as soon as Cooper Flag gets the ball. He races past Lewis to the top of the circle, picks up the dribble, and throws back behind for Sion James. Back again for Flag. He's got to have the ball right now. Gets it off for Malowacz. Far side of the floor, James finds the cutter, and driving layup is no good for Knipple. Rebound Arizona. Here they come. Driving down the lane. Lewis's shot rejected by guess who? Cooper Flag. One big step down the lane and sent it to the third row.
Initial defense, though, from James to slow down the drive from Lewis to allow Cooper Flagg coming trailing the play to block the shot.
Inbound from the near side baseline for Arizona with 5:18 to go. The ball comes into Vasar, up on top. Love the three-pointer, in and out, and the rebound down for Malawach. That had a chance to be huge. That's a 6-point game if that goes all the way down. But Duke instead with the basketball, crossing 5 minutes to go. Flagg head of the circle. Around the screen, driving, fadeaway, jumper is around, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's taken down by Vasar. Malawach close to that last foul. They get it ahead to Love, and he drives it home. Jams it with two hands, and we've now got a 7-point game.
What a performance from Caleb Love. That time running the floor is easiest deuce of the game. As good as Cooper's been, Caleb Love's been equally as good.
And Duke calls for a timeout as they break the half-court stripe with 4:31 to go. This is as close as we have been in a long time. 4 minutes, 31 seconds left to play. Duke 86, Arizona 79. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Caleb Love now has the most points ever in an NCAA tournament game by an Arizona player. The old record was 32 points. Khalid Reeves had that in 1994 against Loyola Marymount. Well, Loyola Marymount's come up often tonight. 4:31 to go in this one.
It's my favorite March moment when Bo Kimball took the left-handed free throw in honor of the late Hank Adams.
It's one of everybody's favorite moments. So emotional. Duke 86, Arizona 79. Duke with the basketball. Let's see what John Shire drew up out of the timeout. Flagg with the ball. Coming around a screen, it's Proctor up on top. Proctor throws back behind to Flagg. They go far corner. Three-pointer is good. Sion James from the left side buries a three and gets the momentum and a 10-point lead back for Duke.
Duke just continues to take quality shots, swinging the basketball from one side to the other, getting the defense in rotation.
KJ Lewis into the lane. Up and under. His shot on the way. It is good. He got it over Malawach. It hit the rim twice, and it fell.
Running out of time, though, here with under 4 to play, trailing by 8. You got to generate some stops, and Arizona can also look to run.
Duke breaks the stripe. 3:39 to play. James holding the ball just inside half court. Gets it to Proctor. Back to James. Touch once now for Flagg. And he gets it back to James at the head of the circle. James, hesitation, dribble. Lost the ball. It's poked away by Bryant. Off the steal. Arizona on the run. And there's going to be a foul call on Flagg. Bryant, the fellow freshman, lowered his shoulder and ran into Flagg. But Flagg's feet were still moving. No position established. And we've got free throws coming for Arizona when we come back.
And Bryant's lucky because he was out of control in the open floor, and that ball went off his foot. Should have been a turnover, but they believe Flagg fouled before the ball hit his foot and inevitably went out of bounds.
Stay tuned. 3:32 to go. Duke 89, Arizona 81. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
This season, it's not just madness on the hardwood, but outdoors in the yard, too. No matter what the challenge, Ego Outdoor Power Equipment delivers incredible power and performance. From yard work essentials like mowers, blowers, chainsaws, and trimmers to innovations such as portable power stations and cordless pressure washers. You can use the same battery to power over 90 tools. That's why Ego has over 200,000 five-star reviews and counting. Check out the winning lineup at egopowerplus.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance. but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's thick and rich lather gives you a close, comfortable shave for just half the price of gels.
Barbasol. You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off your first order at MasaChips.com. In the round of 32, Arizona came from behind, trailing by 15 points to beat Oregon. Second largest comeback in the round of 32 all time. And the first game this year that Arizona won decided by 4 or fewer points. Duke's only had 8 games this season decided by single digits, 3 games decided by 5 points or less, and they're 1-2 in those games. Keep all that in mind. These teams have not played a lot of close games, nor have either won them. This game about to have an opportunity to get closer. Carter Bryant at the line, trailing 89-81 with 3:22 to go. Freshman from Riverside, California. Hits the first. Arizona's now 20 of 22 from the line tonight. This can make it a 6-point game. Shot is up. Shot is good. 89-83. 2-possession game. Full court pressure now from Arizona. Flag. Bounces it in. Knipple. Slides it ahead for Proctor. Proctor breaks the half-court stripe and keeps the dribble alive. Now gets it back into the hands of Sion James. James going to work for Flag. Head of the circle. Flag with the left-hand dribble for Proctor. Left side. 3-pointer. Missed badly. Rebound down for Arizona. It's Caleb Love with the basketball. Wildcats bring it across half court. Here's Lewis. Lewis on the run to Bradley near side. Now for Love. Love, left-hand dribble to the middle of the floor. His 3-pointer is partially blocked. And a rebound taken down by Duke and James. He was letting go from way outside. Was it Malawach?
Malawach extending out on the perimeter to get his hands on that basketball with 4 fouls, mind you.
Gutty play by Malawach and a big play in this game. 89-83. Malawach now inside with the basketball. Throws back out for Flag. 5 left to shoot for Duke. Flag in the lane, spinning shot. Oh, it was an alley-oop. Malawach missed the dunk, but you're going to get a foul call on the rebound. Knipple, all about hustle, got the ball. Lewis ended up knocking him to the ground. And free throws coming out for Duke with 2:10 to go as Lewis picks up his 4th.
Cooper Flag again trying to make things happen, touching paint, spinning, and almost had the highlight play of the day with the alley-oop. Goes high off, and just the competitive nature of Knipple to reach its apex and try and rebound that and draw a foul.
1-1. Knipple hits. This is the guy you want on the line. Led the ACC, 8th in the nation in free throw percentage. Made 38 straight at one point this year. He's made his last 3. Shots up, shots good. 91-83, 8-point game, 2:10 to go. Here's Bryant, taking it across half court. Arizona doesn't have a whole lot of time in a 3-possession game. They get it to Lewis. Driving in traffic. Throws through, far side. Bryant, a three. And it's good! From right in front of the Arizona bench. He hits the bottom of the net and makes this a 5-point game. Tommy Lloyd calls for a timeout. This game is still alive with 1:52 left to play.
Let me tell you what, some confident plays from Carter Bryant. The free throws and knocking down that three-point shot. Wow.
91-86, Duke over Arizona. And a timeout on the floor. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
What a gutty performance by Arizona. They trailed by 19 points. They've got back to within 5 now. 1:52 left to go in the game, and full court pressure as Duke is set to inbound the basketball with the length of the floor to go. They got it into Knippel's hands. That's where they want it. He's the foul shooter. Throws it ahead for Proctor. Now ahead to James. James breaking the pressure, brings it right back out. And he is standing inside half court with the ball on his hip. 1:37 and counting. They're trying to get flag free, and Lewis just fouled out of the game. Lewis was trying to hang on to flag, chase him around the screen. He ran over his back, and that is the end of the ball game for Lewis.
It's a foolish foul from Lewis. Nothing to be gained there. You're locked in to defend. 12 seconds remaining on a shot clock, and now Cooper Flagg goes to the line for 2.
KJ Lewis showing abject disappointment on the sideline. Sophomore who grew up in Tucson as a 10-year-old. He drew a picture in class, officially committing to Arizona hoops. But here he is playing for but his game and potentially his season now over. We'll see. 1:33 to go. His Flagg's going to go to the free throw line. His team up by 5. Cooper Flagg tonight, all he's done is 27 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and hit all 6 of his free throws. Shot is up. Shot is good. 92-86. This could make it a 3-possession game with 93 seconds left. Flagg studies the rim, fires and hits. 93-86. Arizona's got 1 timeout left. Up in the high post, Basar's got it. Now they throw it down low. Bryant in among the trees. Drops back to Basar. Basar up and under. Shot no good. It was stopped by Malowacz. He's got 4 fouls and still playing defense. 1:10 to go. Duke down with the basketball. He already blocked a 3 and then stopped that shot from in close by Basar. Flagg's got the basketball. Bryant's on him. Now they send Del Orso out to face him. Flagg driving, shot up, no good. Malowacz tried to keep it alive, and he did. It's back out to Duke. A fresh shot clock of 20 seconds. And a foul as Del Orso, with 44 and a half to go, is forced to foul Cooper Flagg.
The toughness ultimately would define late game for a Duke team that hasn't seen many late game situations, but Malowacz defending on a low block without fouling, and on the other end an offensive rebound to try and ice this game. Incredible toughness from this group.
And Flagg finally misses for the first time tonight. One more try for his 30th point of the evening. Nowhere near that career high. That was 42 points against, I'm sorry for this, Notre Dame.
I mean, really?
Yeah.
That need to be mentioned?
Oh, I figured. Next one is good. 30 for Flagg. Duke by 8. Just 44.5 seconds left to go in the game. Winner goes to the Elite Eight and meets Alabama here Saturday. Arizona rushing it up. Love's got the basketball. Now lost it, has to get it back again. Driving toward the hoop. His shot is good. They weren't fouling him. 33.5 seconds to go.
Not dead yet. 2-possession game. Can they try and generate a turnover here? Give yourselves 3-4 seconds, then you inevitably have to foul.
Love, the game's leading scorer with 33 points. Flag trying to get it in, and does to Knipple. And Duke does a great job again of passing over the top of the defense, breaking the time stripe. The quick foul now on Sion James, who's an 81% shooter. It comes with 26.6 left to go, and the shot clock now officially turned off.
That cost him 7 seconds, more than what you wanted to bleed off there. The advancement of the basketball let James kind of settle and await a foul, which took a few more seconds.
James, free throw, good. And now you're back to a 3-possession game with 26.6 left. Duke is 18 for 22 tonight from the free throw line. Sion James' second is also good. He's had a good night, 16 points. Arizona quickly into the forecourt. Bradley got a shot up over Malawach and a quick foul, or a quick timeout, I should say, from Tommy Lloyd after the made bucket. Back to a 6-point game, but now you've only got 20 seconds left, and Arizona just used their final timeout.
At some point, Arizona's got to start pursuing threes and exchanging free throws. That's how you cut into this number, especially if Duke's going to continue to make their free throws. So I imagine that's Arizona's last drive, and everything from here offensively is going to have to come beyond the arc.
It's a Duke team that everybody watched early in the season, and Jordan, I think people thought that this was ultimately potentially going to be this team's destiny. They have fulfilled it up to this point with 2 blowout wins over Mount St. Mary's and Baylor. But this one, after the 19-point lead, has been a test down the stretch.
Yeah, and an ability, if they can close this out in the final 20 seconds, Scott, the ability to win close ones adds to the belief that they're even more dynamic and more dangerous. I'll tell you, we came into this saying there'd be a lot of offense from the 4 most offensive teams left in the dance. Certainly got that. Even in a lopsided loss for BYU, they played very well offensively. The teams that win in the hundreds, give me that any day of the week.
We're zeroing in on 400 points for the night tonight. 400.
It's incredible.
They're over 200 in the first game. Duke's only got 1 field goal over the last 7 minutes, but they've hit 11 out of 12 free throws and managed to keep Arizona at arm's length. Now they've got to get it inbounds. 20 seconds to go. They're not going to cover the inbound man. Or they are. They switched it up. Bradley will be on him. It's James keying the inbound. Got it to Knipple, and he's fouled. 2 seconds go off the clock. And Con Knipple makes the walk to the free throw line, trying to ice this game for Duke and punch their ticket to the Elite Eight.
Another spot that makes Duke so difficult. They make their free throws. So even in those tight games, they're not going to let up with how they achieved from the line, 19-23 this evening.
Knipple's free throws, good. Hit the side of the rim, bounce through. Duke made the Elite Eight last year and then went down to the tournament's most surprising team, the 11 seed NC State, which made it on through to the Final Four. Next one is up. That one is good. 98-90. Only 18 seconds left. Arizona into the forecourt. Bradley, a 3. Got it from the top. 98-93. 12 seconds to go. Duke's got to get it inbounds. Full court pressure for the Wildcats. They get it in. Knipple's got it again. They got to foul him, and they do. 9.2 left to go. And back to the free throw line for Duke's best free throw shooter. When you look at the year that he put together, Cooper Flagg wasn't on this team, people would be talking about what kind of year it was that Con Knippel had. He was terrific anyway.
100%, and he's the perfect complement to a physical wing in Cooper Flagg. You've got a physical guy that plays off the ball at the 2, who can score inside and out as he knocks down the first 2 free throws here, extending the lead to 6.
He's got 19 points on the night tonight, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. These guys can't stuff the stat sheet. This is for the 100th point for Duke. It's up and it's good. 100-93. 9.2 seconds left. Caleb Love running out of time. Deep 3 ball. No good. Bryant got the long rebound. His 3. Also no good. And that's going to do it. The Duke Blue Devils survive and advance. They reach the Elite 8 for the 25th time in school history. Finally surviving a gritty Arizona team, 100-93 here in Newark tonight, behind another gorgeous performance from Cooper Flagg.
Some incredible individual efforts in this one. Caleb Love and his last battle with these Duke Blue Devils. Admirable fight, 35 points, and he did it efficiently. But I walk away from this one saying Cooper Flagg is dominant, and it's not like he has 4 nameless of the Jackson 5 alongside him here. There is Michael Jackson. There's a couple other guys that can go off and do their solo thing. This group is balanced. They are connected. They take quality shots. Good luck beating them.
You just dissed Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon all in one shot.
All of them.